Hey, yo, what's going on, good people, man? Welcome back for another episode review and breakdown. We got episode 7 of Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon, or if you know about Don Machi, however you know the episode, however you know the show, episode 7, The Dream of Beasts, Dick's Paradix. So, man, look, in this episode, we saw the conclusion to what I'm sure is, not the last fight between Bell and Dix, and we even got some tag team action between Bell and Lid, which in true Arcanine fashion basically rang with a punch, because, he put his fist through that man's chest. I won't say too much from there, but we also uncovered more information regarding Dix's motives and why he does what he does. As told it to us in the previous episode, that it's basically the blood binding curse from his ancestor, which gives him this ungodly calling to finish his life's work and not to do his own life's ambitions, but Daedalus's. Dix found a new way to combat that haunting or this undesirable craving to finish this project, which was basically by becoming a sadist at his very core. So basically by torturing the Xenos, making them plead and or beg for their life, just outright being evil to somebody. I guess he got a type of satisfaction from it, but it allowed him to curb that ungodly, eerie feeling that he had always basically had inside. We also got this confirmation backed by Ikelos himself. Ikelos was actually kind of delighted to see this type of glint in his eye, apparently, because he was starting to hunt beasts in the dungeons, which is, he's a level 5 for a reason, but even that couldn't actually truly pacify the feeling that he had inside. And then we even got to see Wine's vision come to fruition, which I was hoping that it wouldn't have to come about like that. I was actually kind of just hoping that it would have turned out to be just, oh, maybe it's a dream of sorts, that this may or may not be true. This could just be something she's having in her head, or it could just be the effects of being a creature in the dungeon, experiencing her past before becoming a true Xenos of sort after her rebirth, or however that works. And we also got to see the big Minotaur do his thing. He actually made his surface debut, which he was just basically there with the rabbit and the wolf to save Ray, but he put a hurting on them people out there. I actually thought he was gonna kill him. He was really close to actually slaying Ryu. He was really close to fucking slaying Ryu, but he didn't. And I'm glad, he did us proud. He does Earth Signs proud. I couldn't complain too much about that, And Weenie has finally landed on the surface. So again, like I said, her vision had come true, seeing everyone run away in fear and terror and screaming, though I believe the flashback looked more dungeon-like. In the sense it still did actually come true. And we actually got a surprise visit from the Loki family too, which I was not expecting. And this leaves ground and room for so much speculation. Like, who knows what's getting ready to happen in the next episode. I'm not saying too much in regards to what did happen because I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but if you already have watched the episode, which I'm sure you have, let's talk more about what could possibly be happening. As I've said in my previous episodes, I do believe that we're finally going to see the interaction between Eyes and Bell, more so Bell becoming the martyr for what's about to happen. He's going to be that bell of change, that thing that actually turns things around for the better, but I think it's going to end up bad before it gets good. So he's defending Winnie now, even though she's already in her transformed state and her jewel's been ripped out of her head. I don't know how he's gonna put that back. And he's basically become the fool. He has become a toy or a puppet for someone else's ambitions or desires, but at the same time, him being the true hero that he is, and him caring for Winnie the way he does, it can't go good. As you saw, the big 8 from Loki's family, the twins, Amazon chicks, Eyes, the dwarf, the really old elf guy, and I believe the Lobo, the half werewolf guy, who doesn't really like Bale that much because he kind of one-upped him in a short amount of time, which you can't complain because he's the main character. It's gonna happen. Who knows what's gonna happen? I know there's gonna be some talk no jutsu, because that happened in this current episode. Bale, basically letting Dix know, it doesn't matter whether they're monster or human, I'm gonna save them. His emotions moving those around him in a similar fashion to Naruto, just by, like I said, the talk no jutsu. He allowed the monsters to break their curse, but I think there's gonna be a similar situation with just the talking, not the, oh, you're gonna bring us around with your words, because they're hell-bent on slaying Wine in her current form. Now, whether he finds a way to actually break that, or there's something that happens where he can put the jewel back on and transform her back, or for them to see her, humane side rather than her appearance, which more than not, it's not gonna go, like I said, it's not gonna go good. They're still gonna view her as a monster. They don't care. The rest of the citizens and the other hero guilds don't know too much, or sorry, the hero families, they don't know too much about the actual Xenos or the monsters that can currently speak and how they interact. What may end up happening is, though, Bale is currently trying to protect Wayne. We do know that Gross, Ray, Lid, and a few of the other Xenos, for just those three, are making their way towards the top also to try and help Belle stop Winnie in her current form. So it may take the combined efforts of those four going up against them, and hopefully no one losing their life, because I actually do like a lot of the Xenos that are currently alive. I would not like to see anybody die, because I would love to see them come back in the future. Hopefully more powered up for whatever may be the conclusion of whatever is it wrong to find girls in the dungeon, or save girls in the dungeon. Sorry. Yeah, who knows? But it will not. It will not be good. And then we're gonna also more than likely see the rest of the squad. Haruhime, Makoto, Wealth, Lily. They're all gonna jump into, because even though it's basically like you're going against society's own rule, they're going to already at their low point or their high point currently, they're gonna get cast back into a low hitting point. Like, nobody's gonna want to be a part of the Hestia family, and it's gonna be bad. It's gonna ring bad for quite some time. But man, it has to get bad. It has to get worse before it gets better. That's just rule of thumb. But overall, how I felt about this episode, man, it was great to see the backstory being fleshed out more. We got a little action. Like I said, that tag team fight between Lid and Belle was actually kind of dope as hell, even though I would have preferred to see a little more fighting. Don Machi doesn't have a lot of fighting, but I would love to see more fights. It doesn't have to be anything long, drawn out, crazy animations or anything like that, but it's just good to see them using their abilities and their powers and everything like that, so on and so forth. But overall, if I had to give this episode a rating out of 10, I'm definitely going to give it like a 6.5, because I think I said there's more to come. I'm pretty sure the next episode will probably hit a little bit harder if it doesn't just give us way more information. Like any other time, man, I'll catch y'all later. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be easy. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment down below, and y'all be good. Peace.